The Chiefs rebuilt their wide receiver core with a ton of success last season en route to the league's top offense. But if the champs want to add another pass catcher over the course of draft weekend, here's a few names to know. Let's start with a guy who has a chance to be one of the first receivers off the board in Ohio State's Jaxon Smith-Njigba. A monster out of the slot during his career with the Buckeyes, Smith-Njigba caught 95 passes for more than 1,500 yards and 9 touchdowns in 2021. A hamstring injury held him to just 3 games last season, but now healthy, the 6-foot-tall, 196-pound receiver has a chance to make an impact from day one as a physical presence out of the slot with freaky change-of-direction skills. In fact, his times in the 20-yard shuttle and the 3-cone drill at the combine led all players. Next, let's talk about another potential first-round option in Jordan Addison from USC. Addison was a star at Pittsburgh before transferring to USC in 2022. He racked up 100 receptions for nearly 1,600 yards and 17 touchdowns in 2021 en route to the Biletnikoff Award as the nation's best wide receiver. Pro Football Focus called him one of the draft's best route runners and that he should be able to run a full route tree at the next level. Addison is a lighter player, he's only 173 pounds, but his speed and agility should allow him to work at all 3 levels of the field in the NFL, according to Lance Zierlein of NFL.com. Looking beyond round 1, a receiver who could potentially be available on day 2 is Tennessee's Jalin Hyatt, who won the Biletnikoff Award this past season after catching 67 passes for more than 1,200 yards and 15 touchdowns. Hyatt is one of the top vertical threats in this class. He averaged 18.9 yards per catch this past year, and he turned in his best performance of the season when it mattered most, catching 6 passes for 207 yards and 5 touchdowns against Alabama. Hyatt is a big play machine in the deep passing game, so it's easy to see how he could fit into the Chiefs' offense. For what it's worth, Lance Zierlein compared him to Deshaun Jackson. We'll wrap up with a different type of receiver in Rashee Rice from SMU, whose strength and body control should allow him to find success at the next level. Pro Football Focus noted that Rice controls his speed well and often lulled corners to sleep before changing gears. They added that his ability to adjust to the ball in the air is as good as it gets in this draft class, providing whoever takes him with a physical, possession receiver who can win in contested situations. He had trouble with consistency at times, but you can't teach his blend of size, speed, and ball skills, and he's someone who could be available in the later rounds. Those are just a few names to know from this year's receiver class, and while this group doesn't have a bunch of names at the very top, there's good depth throughout that could very well benefit the Chiefs.